Greetings Commander and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. I really do enjoy this game, but I haven't been playing it recently because of my old computer not being powerful enough, but I'm back and I'm really enjoying myself. I do have a couple of 100 hours put into this game, but generally I've been playing sandbox, building space stations and moon stations on both the moons of Kerbal. So I thought it was time that I actually had a proper go at the career mode within Kerbal Space Program. My level of play has not been involving the maths used to play the game. I'm a build it and see if it gets there kind of guy, so seeing how far that will get me within the career mode. I picked the two simple missions and I've built a very simple rocket and I'm about to launch it. As I gain more technology, I have a plan of building a certain style of rocket, but these first few rockets, it's basically just the simplest thing you can do, so there's no really design scheme for them. Well, that is rather embarrassing, the first rocket, and I forget to check my staging. I kind of hope that's going to be the last time I do that, but I can almost guarantee that it won't be. Off in the distance, the black blob you can see is the monolith, one of many that is dotted around the Kerbal system. One of many Easter eggs to go and visit. Going to pick two missions here, use the hammer solid rocket booster at the launch site and also escape Kerbal's atmosphere. Both of these contracts are easily achievable with a single rocket. Well, there's the two basics unlocked for the tech tree, and now to build a new rocket. Time to build a new rocket using the new tech I've unlocked, which is the stack decouplers, which allows me to shed the excess weight as I gain altitude. This rocket should easily get me into space, but doesn't quite have enough oomph to get me into orbit. It'll need a little bit more tweaking with some more tech upgrades to do that. Well, I'm not used to this, having limited tonnage to build a rocket with, so I'm going to have to tweak it, reduce some of the fuel, remove the monopropellant and eke out every last few thousand kilos of oomph I can get behind this rocket. And there we have everything balanced, knocking off a little bit of the solid propellant and also limiting the thrust so the solid boosters will actually burn for longer. For symmetry purposes, I've got 2 goo containers, so I use one of the containers on the landing pads and the other one will be used higher up to get as much science as possible. I completed the first contract by igniting the Hammer solid rocket booster on the launch pad, and the other one will complete once I break 70,000 meters above Kerbin. The 3 solid rocket boosters, even though they are thrust limited, seem to be giving me a little bit too much oomph. I'm accelerating to over 300 meters per second, and I prefer to keep my acceleration to below 200 meters per second in the lower atmosphere. The 3 solid rocket boosters have managed to punch us up to over 10,000 meters easily, and I'm just going to hold off a second before firing the second solid rocket booster. At the moment I don't have any mods installed with this version. I generally have Chatterer and Kerbal Engineer. I was also a big fan of the Keythane mod back in the day because it gave you something to do once you'd got to the moon. I will be adding some mods over my play. I don't know what it will be at the moment, but it's not going to be a stock version of KSP. I won't be adding mods to make it harder for me. I think it's at the moment my level of play isn't needing any more testing. It'll be mods to help me and maybe make it a little bit more pretty. Get all those experiments done so I can unlock all the science. And the space music, so you know you've arrived. So why am I aiming my rocket retrograde? Well, in my head I was thinking about going to the desert biome and collecting more science from Kerbin. I'm going to turn the module to its bottom faces towards the atmosphere and enter with the SAS mode enabled, and hopefully the minimal heat shield on the command module will save us from a fiery death. Well, not me fiery death, but Jebediah. Both good containers heated up there, but everything was still safe, and we're past the danger now, so just the easy bit of the opening the parachutes at the right time. What a dumbass, forgot to go in EVA. At least I completed my 2 contracts. I have some more science. I can go and spend my science points on some new shiny bits of tech, and I can also go and choose 2 more contracts. My 2 new contracts are radial mount parachutes and also orbit Kerbin. In the next episode I'll hopefully try and orbit Kerbin. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.